This meeting is being recorded.
This was the one of my gifts from Scott to me. It's the ornament
Pretty
everyone
cool.
wants. Yeah, it was dope ass ornaments. Look, it's like a replica, but I can put it on He-Man. But if I had a He-Man, that's Alex's ballpark, really. So, welcome to the 53rd IWAR Gold Strategy Workshop. Remember to like and subscribe, how you work it out. You might notice we don't do a lot of videos, but we try to make them count. So today we have a very interesting setup here. Mike Cook, the IWAR guru, is here, and he's ready to give us all 501s. And as the biggest heel manager in the IWA, I can guarantee it, or your money back. So what we look at, how bad is this cycle going to be?
It's going to be a little tougher, but
I
don't think it's going to be too bad. Let's start on the front this time. We got one really cool thing between the drops for this cycle and the past two golds. 29-28 eliminated in steel, 29-27 from gold 2 cycles ago plus iron, and 29-26 was last cycle's gold. So you can guarantee that the 29s will hit this cycle.
But we'll be one of those who go like 29, like goes to 27-26.
Yeah, I guess, if you're doing multis, probably you can feel pretty good that the 29 is going to be in there. But yeah, there's a good chance that they could still not. You just don't know on that. But it's as safe as ever. There's not a chance to have one go to 25. So the cool thing that does, that essentially means you got to pick between a 28, a 27, or a 26. And as I said last cycle, and it's even more true, it's getting to be a really close to time for a multi double drop, or just a double drop. But yeah, so 28s, 27s, and 26s. You see 26s was 14 cycles ago, and it was a blank for last cycle. Jade had the 27s last cycle, and it's been 7 in gold. And 28s have been 18 a full year, and it was one that didn't hit last cycle anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to see one of these in the next couple cycles, if not this one. So it's the time. If you have a couple wrestlers, probably do it.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that a 29 isn't in a combo, it makes it a little safer. You have if you go all in on one, you've got a 33% chance that at least one of your holds is going to be a 25. So you shouldn't be a complete failure if you get the wrong one, but still a little bit of a risk. Outside of those, we just got 28-27, 28-26, and 27-26. So 27-26. Go ahead.
Not to say, so looking at those green marked holds, the the 25s, and even a little 2 cycles ago marked off there. Now, as we all know, we come to really rely on the every other cycle drop for 25s, which came to an end this past cycle.
Yeah.
So you have a theory of or a running approach.
Yeah. So we've been looking at a span that's up to 29 cycles. In the previous times that it's happened where it didn't have one from 2 cycles ago, a 25 from 2 cycles ago, there's been 4 instances. And you see 3 of the 4, it's been at least 2 times in a row. So I'm kind of banking on that 75% of the time it's going to be a no on this next cycle.
So in
could
a way,
maybe, but I'm thinking don't bank on it this cycle.
No, don't bank. I'm thinking
Yeah.
It's almost a reverse effect where you can say, well, I will eliminate those as options.
Yeah, you easily could if you feel strongly about that, which I'm going to go that way on mine.
75% is a persuasive number.
Yeah. So yeah, our green could turn to red this time.
Yeah. And 22 has been pretty strong as a whole, right? So
I believe so.
but
I
again,
think we
it's a
had
new
it
year,
it finally dropped recently. No, it didn't ever drop. I'm thinking of another Fed. Yeah, it's been. I mean, it's like a 25 basically. Yeah.
oh, is it time for the betrayal? And the anniversary of the barbershop window, will they come back and haunt us? My God.
Yeah, I don't know if you would. There's nothing to indicate when this would drop or if it ever will. I mean, eventually it will, but it can't be another 25.
Oof, that is a long ass time.
I would almost, and when I see something like this, I almost just assume it's going to hit and I'll be wrong when it doesn't. And
Yeah.
you'll
Well, we've talked
basically
about that.
so much. Yeah. It's,
You know, that it's better to ride it
yeah.
and then just
Yeah.
take your medicine.
Don't try to be too far ahead.
Right.
So that would eliminate, if we say 22 is just too good. Okay, so that gets us down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fronts. When we started this a minute ago, we were at 2. 6 would get us down to 96 options. Okay, that's pretty good. So we have 128, 28, 2 28, 27s, 2 28, 26s, and 1 27, 26. And so there's what, 4 holds here? So 5, 59, 45, 33. Okay. Yeah, there's literally out of the 6 options, just 4 holds. So a lot of overlap in there.
Yeah. And that does give you a nice thing where you have coverage kind of on each side, you know, if you will.
Yeah. So there's a 50% chance that each of these drops, is that right? 4 holds. 2 of the 4 have to drop in this scenario. So yeah, that's 50% chance you'll get 1 red.
And again, like if you have a roster, it's 6 wrestlers. Again, if you were going for 6 different, you know, if your back end's exactly the same, you run all 6 the same back end, you're looking at somebody being happy if your back end's good.
Yeah. And you see 5 of the 6 have a 28 in it. So if you're going to do a double drop, which, like I said, I feel like we're going to see one this cycle or next, maybe 2 out, but there's a chance we see 2 in these next 3 cycles even.
And somewhere looming in the darkness. Now, again, I know Iron and Steel didn't do it, but eventually you got to figure the curveball cycle hits and they start resetting. You know, like maybe 59 goes away and they bring up somebody else, but
but luckily that's not going to start here, I don't think.
No, I don't. Again, I think I would do it in Iron first. That was when that happened in Iron Steel. I was lucky that because I played the odds and it worked out well in my favor. So now I'm like, oh, not this cycle. So
yeah. So
this is
definitely you got
go
ahead.
So, as I say, you have here 28s didn't hit last time.
No,
right?
Not at all. Yep, that's
and you
right.
did in 28, 26. Well.
And if
that's
what stands for previous cycles drops, where they came from.
Okay.
This is gold. So you see it's, again, very likely that something that didn't drop, but last cycle, it was one that didn't drop the previous cycle. Jade's fairly popular, Iron, then it kind of goes into these 3 that don't see it happening as much. And so we had Diamond Steel, and the 2 that didn't. I tried to look at, so like, last cycle was one that hadn't dropped the previous cycle.
Mhm.
And you see, for the most part, you don't have it coming from the same place 2 cycles in a row in a Fed. I don't have gold in this one. I don't know where I put it, but you can look at some of these others and kind of see.
Oh no.
But you get enough. It's like I think it was like 30% overall when I looked at several Feds. But you see, like, we had 3 stills in a row right here. We had 5 irons and 7 cycles here, things like that. So yeah, unfortunately, we can't really rule out that something won't occur because of where it came from the previous. But I will tell you, overall, you're safer going with one of these, and you see it's like a 40% chance that it's going to be that. So it's another indicator that maybe it is the 28th this cycle, or 28, 26. So yeah, just knowing that a 28 has a pretty good percent chance, like a 75 here. Actually, that's more than 75. That's 5 out of 6, so it's like 87%.
Okay.
Yeah, either go here or try to narrow down between, if you like a 27 or a 26, and go with 2 of these. But that's where I would be this cycle, somewhere in just these few.
Yeah. All right. So the front end's kind of set. What's our back end look like?
The back has been what's causing issues this cycle for me. And we've got 90 is at 45. So this is the one where we have 16 options.
Okay.
I'd mentioned this last cycle, and unfortunately we didn't get to use it because it's only usable every other cycle, but I'll explain it now so it makes sense. But where we label the stronger and the weaker between the 2, you'll notice that outside of one of the weird cycles like you talked about, where 42 jumped to 45, something like that. But you'll notice in gold specifically that there's only, I think this is it right here, one instance where both the 44 and 43 flipped, but every other time at least one of the 2 stayed the same.
Okay.
So that's literally 1 out of 28 cycles. So there's a really good chance that you can use, a great chance actually, almost like I said, 95%, that a 44-1 or a 43-1 will stay.
Right.
So what that does when we have, make sure I'm in the right, nope, yeah, see, almost worked in diamond. We'll go over here. So out of the 16 options, we know that it shouldn't be the 44 to 43 2.
Okay.
And what that does, so 44 2 and 43 2, that takes you from 16 to 12 by marking those out. So it's a quick way to get rid of some of these on the tougher cycle. We'll say not something you can use in the later Feds. It's good for iron, steel, and gold, where it's really low. I think iron and steel had like happened 3 out of the last 40 or something. Still really low, but in the later ones, it happened like 10 times in jade, things like that. So,
and are we
helps us, but doesn't help others.
And I know, like, staying with 41, you're guaranteed a 42 or 43, possibly a 44. But now that we've had 2 41s in a row,
that's where it's been an issue for me this cycle, is I've been guessing wrong. We'll say 90 was a 44, so you're safe to put 90 here.
Yeah.
And let's see, what was the other one?
Was it 61? It was 61.
Yeah, 61. 61 here. So that's the easy way to do the end there.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. So looking at, like I said, Iron has had this really weird streak of the 42-1 just continuing 7 in a row. Like,
Yep.
that just doesn't happen. Still, and a lot of the counts that I used, they really got thrown off when we had the weird, I don't even remember how many it got up to, but the 42 that just kept going.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of our numbers that we could plan around, just they're not there. You have no idea what they're going to do at this point. Like, you see Diamond and Bronze are still going with the 42s. They've just not stopped. So you've got 3 out of the 6 feds that just keep going 42s. The others at least staggered a little bit, but we know that still, unfortunately, just switched back to the 42. So it really is, it's really close to where it could be either one. I'm almost thinking, because the 42s have went 2 in a row, I'm almost scared not to take it.
Yeah.
That it might, cycle just throwing people off. Or it could be one that has maybe the first 3 go 42, and then we see these come to an end, because these got to stop soon. I thought that about Iron as well, but I feel like we got to have some 41s here somewhere. But yeah, unfortunately, it is rare that 41s did go 3 in a row. We only had 1 instance, so
Yeah.
I would almost lean towards 42s, but I don't say that with a lot of confidence. So,
oh no, not that.
Yeah, I still like 41s because it's always a little safer, but I feel like it's a 42.
All right.
If we go with that, you see that would take your 12 down to 6. So if you think the same on 42s and you think that it's the double drop of 28s, there's your 6 that you could use.
That's going to be very.
Yeah,
that's again. It's 42-2 is real popular.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? The 42 for us.
That one would be, the 2 would be 83.
83. Okay, that makes sense. 83.
62 the 1 and 83 the 2.
And like you said, I can play this, again, with like a tournament coming on right now, right? So Johnny B Cup's launching this cycle. So you might say to yourself, well, I can go 42, but I can play for the points, like kicking a field goal, take the points and hope to edge out. Because again, if you don't make the title page, you got to look through the results. We will be posting matchups with Johnny B Cup on Monday, hopefully, if that way posted. So we'll see who's facing who. It's going to be a mess. Just a lot of big names in there. I'm curious what kind of upsets there'll be. Will Wrestling Demon Drugs get booted early? Cinderella, where's Dick Vitale? It's the diaper dandy.
Yeah, I got to go for 12 stars this year. Got to beat that 11.
12 stars. That's right. Set the record. Oh,
yeah.
Here.
Set the record. That's what we're doing here. Every single cycle, same process.
Yeah.
Let's set the all-time stars record of the BRL. Right? The all-time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were 10 was Cash, Luther Alexander, and Jimmy North had all done 10. Although over the last 3 years, LePage Turner is 27, which is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, if he doesn't have like more cycles where he had like a 495 or above and like got shut out, it's like, yeah. But he's a heel, so it makes sense.
Yeah. The BWL has one of the craziest ones. Rain Grady, has starred 10 out of 12 cycles so far.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
pretty good. So we got it down to the 42s, 45-1, 45.
yeah.
So now,
But like I said, it wouldn't fault anybody if they try to go for a 41.
right. I mean, again,
Yeah.
it's
But to me, yeah,
field goal.
42, and that second one. If you look at them, it's been 4 cycles of a 41, 42 here, and you see that's pretty standard. It's going to be like 4 or 5 before
And
it
then it
jumps
breaks
back
out.
up.
Yeah.
62 is a little more iffy in that you see, it's just been one cycle that it dropped, and that one's had a little more success than most have with
Mhm.
one. Usually you don't see that often where it can jump back up like it has.
But
It's
that's
actually not been too bad though.
But that's the thing about playing the 42 or the playing the 2, the weaker of the 2, if you
Yeah.
will. It's bound to go up.
Yep. That'd be my thought. So yeah, I kind of like 83. If you wanted to go a 41, like I said, I don't like that this one's kind of
I don't like
going
60.
up and down like that. So I would probably, 83 and 85 if you want to pick one of each. So if we had to rank them all, it's probably 83, 62, 85, 66. So
Oh,
that'd be
that's
my guess.
and that's the difference between a 501 and a
Yeah.
496.
Yeah, like I said, in iron and steel, I had multiple front tens with everything correct, and I didn't get more than a 496 because I did terrible on the backs on both. Like, yeah, that's I told Brad a few years ago because he kept getting disappointed because he would start at hold 1 and add up his strats, and so he'd see the front 10 that's perfect, and then he'd get to the back and miss one. So I told him, just go look at hold 13, this one right here. Make sure you have it right, and then make sure 12's right before you get excited.
Well, that's like
So I always start at the end and go that way.
I used to do my tag strats all the time, and then I just realized just look at the score and look at the back 5. The back 5, okay, what's it 9 or 10? If it's anything other than 28, forget about it.
Yep.
Damn you.
Exactly right. All right. Now,
oh no. Oh, Mike bumped off again. That happened last time. In our pre-show show. We do a show before this where we record and kind of talk about what we're going to do and talk about BWL stuff and BRL stuff and IWL stuff and blah, blah, blah. And Mike will be reconnecting in a moment. There's a storm in my area. We have thunderstorms in the Boston area right now. Trying to get Mike back here.
This meeting is being recorded.
It is being recorded.
okay.
There you are.
We're
All
back.
right. So let me see here. Where's the?
I think it's still recording. It tells me
Yeah,
it
it
is.
said this is
Told me
recorded.
that like 3 times. So, okay. All
Let
right.
me make sure you get the share
Oh.
screen options. Yeah. All right,
Is it? It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should.
There we go. Okay.
There it is. There it is.
All right. Same thing we've been asking for several in a row here. When's that 44-1 going to stop? I don't know. It's one of those things.
What
that
are our 41? What are our 44s looking like? I mean, that's the question, right?
Yeah. So that is 73 and 67. Because we eliminated the 1, you see 4 of our 6 backs have 73 versus 67 because we don't think both will drop.
Yeah.
So that helps a little bit. So let's look at 73 first.
And that's kind of been the 90 junior.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's 67, and that
And
has not
Yeah.
I think it's the official
So-
snap 67.
Yeah.
I can see it going
So while
hard.
it's uncertain, yeah, I think it's safe to say one more
73.
cycle of the 43 one. Yeah. It's going to miss, but again, I'm not going to guess when it's missing. It's really benefited this year to just keep playing it.
Yeah.
So
Are we looking into the hot streak though of 43-1? See how it went
Mhm.
down for a long time. Because I almost think
Yep.
it's almost a thing where when they have a strong hold, stay strong for a longer time. It gives you that like it's gonna drop sometime.
yeah.
So 43, we had 63 and 65. And I don't know for sure that anybody does this, but I always like that like 73, 63, 83. Bastards.
It's like the one that messes with me. You'll look every once in a while and it'll be like 28, 28, like these back to back. But it'll be the entire way down where whatever hits 28s is right beside each other. Then it's like 30, 30, 20.
Mhm.
Yeah. Looks like it happened a few times here, but there's certain ones where it goes the entire way. And I'm like, what happened here? Like, I don't think there's too much into the numbers, but maybe there is. I don't know. Let's see. So this was 43s. So 65, the weaker of the two. It's not been great, but
Whoops. Yeah, I mean,
and for 63, this has kind of been the best
it's
stretch in
63.
a long
It's a
time.
73 junior.
Yeah,
It's like 90s little sister.
like this was the best it's been in 3 or 4 years back here, and it went 5 in a row without dropping. And it's at 5 now. So
Oh,
what do you see?
Yeah, the raccoons are back.
Hmm.
No. It's fine. We got deer in the neighborhood, probably bears any moment now. Anyways,
We
sorry.
got a lot of deer here. I walk at a park across the street in the mornings,
Mhm.
and they'll literally just stand on the walk path and not move for you. At this point, it's
They're just
Yeah.
like, what? What?
yeah, they just stare at you, and I'm like, I'm gonna walk by and hope you don't hit me. So far, they haven't, but one day I feel like I'm gonna get hit by a deer.
I think somebody's climbing on my roof. My cat's all like, what the hell? World's worst guard cat. It's all right. Yeah, so I think, we were looking at 44, 43, 2.
Yeah, 43s. Yeah, we said for the 44s, probably just stick with 73.
Mhm.
I don't really like either of the 43s though.
Yeah.
Nothing great about either. So that's I think that's your most iffy spot.
Yeah.
I would probably, but if you lock in the 44 one here, and like I said, I feel like small edge towards the 42s.
Mhm.
You got 4 here total between the two. That's not bad at all.
Our 10-minute countdown. 10-minute.
Yeah. So we had 6 fronts, 4 backs. That's the 24 we always like to end with. So we're not locked into anything, but we're really narrowed on the options.
All right.
So here was the fronts again, 28, 28, 27, 28, 26, 27, 26. 6 of them total there that didn't have the 25s from 2 cycles ago because we're thinking we're onto something here, that it will be one more. And the great thing about that is if we're right, then the next cycle we can probably go on a nice little stretch that'll get us through to like summer of being able to use it. That'd be pretty cool.
A nice leisurely stretch.
Yeah. Get through these rough months. No real issues. But I think that's about it. I think that's got it covered.
All right, man. Well, I think someone's breaking in my house, so I'm gonna go deal with it. But maybe
You want to get all those boxes of old bulletins.
Yeah.
I heard about the vault.
They're like, oh, that guy's got all that away stuff. All right. Well, I hopefully everyone has a good cycle. Again, this is a big cycle for everybody. We got John B. Cup, Murano, Lethal Lottery, which we did the drawing for that the other night. Scott and I recorded that. So if you want to know who you're facing, check it out for live. We recorded it live. And that drawing is legitly just shoot. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully grab some goals, start the year off strong. This cycle is the first cycle for the year for the IWAR. So dig in. The awards will be next cycle. And we'll go from there. How much worse can it be? So, all right. Well, for Michael Cook, and Matt Riley, we are going to end our show. So the 53rd IWAR Goal Strategy Workshop. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us what you're picking, and we'll see how we all do. All right.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, man.
See you.
All right.